Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors, followed by the singing of the national anthem by Christina Cuesta.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Let's give Christina one more round of applause. And our NJROTC. What a great way to begin. Good evening, graduates, family members, friends, and visitors. Welcome to Hillgrove Class of 2025 Commencement. We will begin by bringing forward Kiki Chin, our senior class president.
Good evening, families, friends, teachers, and most importantly, the class of 2025. First, to our teachers and staff, thank you for pouring your time, energy, and patience into us, even on the days we didn't exactly make it easy. You reminded us that learning isn't just about tests, but about finding who we are. To all the parents, guardians, and loved ones in the audience, thank you for your support, your late-night pep talks, and your quiet sacrifices. You stood behind us in every step, whether cheering us on from the sidelines or holding us together behind the scenes. Now, I would like to take a moment to thank my own family, not just in words, but in a language that raised me. 妈妈、爸爸和姐姐，感谢你们所有做的一切，你们的奉献和支持成就了我今天的我。我所有做的一切都是为你们，让你们感到骄傲。我爱你们。And finally, to my fellow graduates, thank you for giving me the amazing honor as serving as your class president. Planning moments from senior sunrise to our notorious senior prank has been unforgettable. But most of all, thank you for showing me that even one conversation can create a lasting bond. Tonight, we leave here with the same diploma in hand, but the paths we take from here will be beautifully our own. And no matter where life takes you next, I am proud of every single one of you, not just for what you will accomplish, but for everything it took to get here. You faced late nights and hard losses. You balanced pressure, doubt, and quiet battles no one else could see. And even when it felt like too much, you kept showing up. That strength and that resilience is what brought you onto this stage tonight, and it will carry you much further. That being said, you have now crossed the finish line of this chapter, and now the rest of your story begins. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations, class of 2025. We did it. Thank you. Now please join me in welcoming our student body president and my best friend, Kwenachu Onwueme.
Thank you, Kiki. Good evening to all faculty, friends, families, and the outstanding class of 2025. My name is Kwenachu Onwueme, and I am honored to have been your student body president this year and your class president for the past 3 years. Coming up with what to say tonight was rough because no words could sufficiently represent the caliber of students I am surrounded by today. Graduates, watching you all grow in the past few years has been truly inspiring. The bonds and relationships that I have made have truly changed my life for the better. Looking at you all today, I know there's not much advice I can give you. I'm standing in front of the most accomplished, passionate, and determined students I've ever met. But if there's one thing I can tell you, it is that the only person in this life that can define your worth is you. A grade on a transcript, a breakup, not making a sports team, or even a school suspension does not define who you are. You are your biggest critic, and if you don't know your value, how can you expect anybody else to? Recognizing your value also means understanding that setbacks are a part of life. They don't define you, but your reactions to them do. Setbacks are not a reflection of your worth, but if you allow them to hold you back, they will. Instead, reflect on your mistakes and use them as opportunities to grow. Lastly, don't let society's views hinder you from achieving your goals. The world will always try to confine you in a box, but at the end of the day, your character is who you are. Thank you to all my teachers who have supported me for the past 4 years, and thank you to my parents and my grandparents for being a shoulder to lean on. And to my grandma who couldn't make it today because she's in the hospital, I'd like to thank you for being a role model in my life. Congratulations, class of 2025. I know you all would do great things. Now please help me welcome our senior class vice president and my best friend, Camille Jordan.
As we begin our ceremony, I would like to recognize our special guests. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Principal of Hillgrove High School, Ms. Angela Stewart. Representing the superintendent of the Cobb County School District, who serves as the Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Keely Bowen. And from the Board of Education, representing Post 7, is Mr. Brad Wheeler. And Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Shay Thomas. I would also like to take a moment to thank Hillgrove High School's amazing faculty and staff. Thank you so much for everything you've done to support us these past 4 years. Now it is my pleasure to recognize Hillgrove High School's 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Laura Voiles. However, she's known to most of us as Coach Voiles. She's served as the head coach of the girls varsity softball team since 2012 and has been a dedicated member of the Cobb County Physical Education Department since 2011. As a 2006 graduate of McEachern High School, Ms. Voiles went on to earn her bachelor's degree in health and physical education from the University of North Georgia in 2010. As a standout student athlete, she played a pivotal role in leading the North Georgia softball team to the Peach Belt Conference regular season and tournament championships in both 2009 and 2010. Her leadership was instrumental in guiding the Saints to consecutive NCAA Division II World Series appearances. Before joining the Hillgrove community, Coach Royal served as the graduate assistant softball coach at the University of North Georgia, where she played a key role in guiding the program to 3 consecutive NCAA Division II College World Series appearances. Today, her athletes would describe her as someone who believes in every single one of her athletes and believes that she should support them both on and off the field. Her students speak of her sharp wit, quick humor, and unwavering willingness to help whenever needed. It is with great honor and excitement that I invite our 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Laura Boyle, to the podium to present 2 special awards.
Thank you for those kind words and welcome everyone. The Hillgrove Citizenship Award is presented each year to a graduating senior who exemplifies the highest qualities of service, leadership, dependability, and patriotism. This honor recognizes a student who consistently demonstrates a strong commitment to their school and community and serves a role model to peers through their character and actions. Selected by a vote of the faculty, the recipient of the 2025 Hillgrove Citizenship Award is Quinachukwu Onweme. Congratulations. The next award, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution Cup Award, recognizes one outstanding senior who has gone above and beyond in pursuit of academic excellence, demonstrates strong leadership in both school and community endeavors, and represents the very best qualities of the graduating class. Selected by a vote of the faculty, the recipient of the 2025 Atlanta Journal-Constitution Cup is Peyton Rawcliffe. Peyton, please come to the stage to accept your award. Congratulations to the both of you. Please join me in congratulating these students. Principal Angela Stewart, will you now present these additional awards?
First, I would like to recognize and honor our top 10 graduating seniors who are seated on the stage. Students, please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. You may be seated. The distinction of class salutatorian is awarded to the member of the graduating class attaining the second highest cumulative grade point average. I am proud to announce that this year's salutatorian is Brennan Finch. Brennan has a cumulative GPA of 4.683. Brennan will attend Georgia Institute of Technology this fall and will major in mechanical engineering. Please join me in welcoming Brennan to the podium. Go ahead, Bert.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and the class of 2025. It is an honor to speak to all of you tonight. Now, I know it might be a little strange to see a guy with bleached blonde hair standing up here giving a speech, but I promise there's a story behind it. This haircut isn't just a style choice, it's a symbol of the community we've built here at Hillgrove. For me, that community was shaped through 11 years of playing lacrosse. From U9 ball to competing in the playoffs my senior year, I've been lucky enough to play with the same core group of guys. We push each other to be better athletes and better young men. Many of them are here tonight, and I'm grateful for all of them. So I ask you graduates, who is your community? Who are the people you've grown with, struggled with, and been inspired by? Think of them because they're the reason why you're sitting here today wearing that cap and gown. A few months ago, I was sitting at dinner with my family, telling them about the possibility of speaking at graduation. I was honored, but I was also a little terrified. What could I possibly say to represent this class? What could I say that would matter? As the semester went on, I realized the answer: endings. For me, one of the hardest endings was walking off the lacrosse field for the last time. After 11 years of playing, it hit me that I'd never wear that jersey again. I'd never run out under the lights with my teammates or feel the nerves and excitement for a big game. Lacrosse wasn't just a sport, it was a part of who I was. It gave me pride, purpose, and most importantly, a community that helped shape me into the person I am today. Many of us are facing similar endings: friendships, routines, commitments, and our time here at Hillgrove. But with every ending comes the chance for a new beginning. The lessons we've learned, the bonds we've built, and the strength we've found in one another. These don't end here. They go with us. As we step into the next chapters of our lives, let's take that sense of community, of support, of perseverance, and let it guide us. We've come this far together. Now it's time to take what we've built and make something even greater. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now, once again, Principal Angela Stewart.
Thank you. Very good. You did good. Very good, Brennan. The honor of class valedictorian is awarded to the member of the graduating class attaining the highest cumulative grade point average. Hillgrove's valedictorian for the class of 2025 is Connor White. Connor has a GPA of 4.766. He will attend Georgia Institute of Technology this fall and will major in electrical engineering. Please join me in welcoming Connor White to the podium. Very good.
Good evening, friends, families, teachers, and of course, my fellow class of 2025. As I stand here today, it's hard to believe that this moment has finally arrived. After years of hard work, late nights, long days, early mornings, missed buses, and alarms where you needed just 5 more minutes, we finally made it. We're here. Today, we celebrate not just our achievements, but the journey that has brought us here. And now, as we each take our next step, whether it's college, a job, the military, or something entirely different, we all face the same thing as we move forward: change. It's practically the one constant in life, and yet the thing we tend to fear the most. Over the past 4 years, we've learned that change isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we navigate, something we adapt to, and something that, if embraced, can shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. From the first time we walked through the front doors of Hillgrove High School, we've evolved, not just as students, but as leaders and problem solvers. We faced setbacks, surprises, and moments where the future seemed unclear. And now, here we are, ready to face whatever comes next on our journeys. The step we take into the world today is one of innovation, transformation, and outright unpredictability. The decisions we make may change before we even follow through with them. The challenges we face may be unlike anything we prepared for. But what we've learned over these years is that we have the ability to adapt. That ability, plus our willingness to grow, our courage to pivot, and our determination to keep moving forward will enable our success. So, as one graduate to another, here's what I'll leave you with. Don't fear change, welcome it. Change isn't a roadblock or a setback. It's a chance to grow, a chance to discover, and a chance to redefine who we are and who we want to be. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for us. Let's go out and make it ours. As we continue to acknowledge and include all our talents at Hillgrove, we are proud to showcase a special student performance that highlights the incredible creativity within our drama department. Please join me in welcoming two talented students from the class of 2025, Ileana Barber and Cameron Cade, as they perform a spoken word piece titled A Hawk's Journey.
Happy graduation day, Hawks. It didn't seem real, but the day is finally here. We've all gathered to say goodbye to our peers.
After today, we won't be surrounded by all of these familiar faces. We will all be going off on our own journeys in our own places.
So while we're here for the last time, we thought it a good moment to reflect on our time at the Grove and the mark we'll have left.
Let's begin by going way back to freshman year, if you can remember that. We all came in as frightened middle schoolers, surrounded by our own little bubbles. We sat enthralled by our screens, hiding from our own troubles.
We learned to take charge of our own education. GPA's EOCs and finals were no easy vacation. We survived testing weeks and nights of no sleep. We screamed GGOD at football games, never accepting defeat.
We memorized amendments in periodic tables, and we missed the moments where all we did was read storybook fables. We competed and played and practiced in our own specialities, gathering trophy after trophy and showing every other school what they couldn't be.
We pestered our favorite teachers to ask for a letter of recommendation, and now as our futures are falling into place, they'll cheer us on with elation.
This is our last time gathering as a class, and just like us, we hope you've all had a blast. From pep rally celebrations and Spirit Week denominators, we have proved to our underclassmen that we're way more than their haters.
We are proud of the class of 2025 for the change makers and advocators you are, and we are beyond confident that you all will go far. There are so many memories that we will cherish forever, sad ones and funny ones that we will always remember, friends and mentors that it will hurt to leave behind, but that hurt will turn into appreciation over time.
We've spent the past 4 years getting comfortable in Hillgrove's halls, but the rest of our lives beg to be lived outside of its walls. So instead of rushing to class before the final hawk screech, we will be rushing towards new horizons that are just within reach. The great Walt Whitman once said, "Oh me, oh life, of the questions of these recurring, of the trains," sorry. What does all of this matter? Well, here is something to remember, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse.
It is up to you to write your own destiny. Live like you mean it until you deliberately and successfully seize each new day and make it yours. It may be scary, but we're Hawks. We endure.
We've made it this far, Hawks. That is something to rejoice. Today marks the moment where you make that big choice to grasp onto your dreams and make them come true. Everybody here is rooting for you.
So while today marks an end, please don't forget, there are so many laughs to have, so many people you haven't met, books to read, trips to take, people to love, memories to make. Gone are the days of Miss Stewart's assemblies and freshly licensed drives, spirit weeks and holiday parties. Gone are our childhood lives, but do not fret, for we have come out of our shelves once before. Take this chance. Seize this day. A new world is waiting at your door.
So
for now, we say farewell and adieu. As we are about to begin our walks, we thank you. And until we meet again, have a great journey, Hawks.
Well, I think it was awesome, guys. Give them one more round of applause. That was a lot to think about on graduation day, but you guys did a fantastic job. Congratulations, class of 2025. I won't be before you long because we want to get down to the matter at hand, which is you getting your diploma. You are an awesome group of students. You are innovative, determined, and ready for the next level. Of course, we want to thank a few people before we get started, though. So let's give a round of applause to our teachers. And of course, our peers that supported us and our champion family members. Let's give them a round of applause. This phenomenal class of 2025 has achieved remarkable milestones, showcasing academic excellence, leadership, and a commitment to service. Allow me to share a few statistics and facts about them. This year's graduates have collectively secured a record-breaking, never before, $14,273,392 in scholarships. This is evidence of their dedication and hard work. This class boasts a record for 4 national merit finalists who are vying for top scholarships awarded by the program and its affiliates. Nearly 89% of the class are set to continue their education at 4-year universities, 2-year colleges, or trade schools. This marks an almost 5% increase from the previous year, reflecting a growing trend, yes, towards higher education and professional development among Hillgrove students. That is awesome. Now, demonstrating exceptional leadership and commitment to serve our country, one graduate will be attending the United States Coast Guard Academy. Braylon Conker Foco, please stand and be recognized. Additionally, 15 graduates will be joining various branches of the military embodying the spirit of service and dedication. If you are enlisted in a military branch or you're receiving a scholarship to attend a university, please stand and be recognized at this time. Very good. Congratulations. We have students that are entrepreneurs and they have extensive plans in place after high school and have already begun their lives toward a successful future. A few are still undecided on what they want to do now, but many of them have given a whole lot of their lives to Hillgrove High School. If you are wearing an honor cord, please stand and be recognized. Look at that. Congratulations. You may be seated. Regardless of how you participated in high school, you are extremely important tonight. Many of you were involved in extracurricular activities involving arts, athletics, and NJROTC. You participated in clubs and organizations that gave you a smaller community you could count on. Some of you are going to the next level in sports, in music, and as you heard earlier, higher education. No matter the path you took, you made it and you did it. You have accomplished a great success, and we are so very proud of you. You matter. We see you, and we love you. So as I approach the close of my remarks, I'm probably going to stop reading because I have to talk from my heart at the end here. And I just want to speak to you as my mother would speak to me. And I want you to think about a filter. You are your own filter. And when I thought about the purpose of a filter, there are several things that a filter does. So I'm going to just share a couple of things with you that a filter does, and you're going to go out and do those things. The one thing that a filter does is it removes contaminants. So negativity will be present. It will surround you. Filter out what pollutes your mind and your heart. I need you to protect your peace. So when you're out and about and negativity and toxicity surrounds you, I want you to be that filter and remove that contaminant. That's my first point. My second point, it separates solids from liquids. If you're cooking, you know that, right? And I need you to distinguish what matters from what doesn't matter. I need you to determine what's important with what's not important. I want you to be able to prioritize your time and your energy, knowing it's time not to be so busy that you can't spend time with the family. Figure out your priorities and know when it's time to do that and when it's time to party. Be able to distinguish the solids from the liquids. Be able to determine what's important and what's foolishness. So be able to do that. That's my second point. Another thing that filters do is it processes signals. This is one of my favorite. It decodes things and tunes, it decodes things. So when you get a signal, you have to be able to decode that and go straight to your own truth about you. Okay, it's gonna be important that when you're fooling around with social media that you can decode. Decoding is extremely important. Social media has a little filter trick where they put filters on and they tell you that you're filtering, but they're removing the natural you, making you a fake you, right? So you want to be able to use the filter appropriately when it gets to you and be who you were born to be. Tons of opinions are out there, but what is your truth about you? That's what you need to do. Be you. That's one of my favorites right there. Here's another. Filters protect from viruses. So when you get ready to protect from a virus, you need to create boundaries. And in creating boundaries, you create them and you honor them. So here's the best advice I can give you to be your own firewall. Say no sometimes. Say no to yourself sometimes to create discipline in your lives. But when you're surrounded by people and you know that your inner man is telling you this is not good, I need you to say no. I need you to just use your wisdom that you have. You're a hawk. You're smart. You know how to say no. So please protect yourself from viruses. It protects equipment. That's another thing that it does. So care about your mental, your CPU, and your physical well-being. I want you to recharge, reflect, reset, get involved in a good hobby, and just go and help someone if you don't know what to do. If you go and help other people, you will be rejuvenated, refined, restored, and you will be strong. So I just encourage you to give to your community and help others, and you'll find a whole new you. And my last point before I go. Things won't always go your way. They just won't. And I know that we expect sometimes the world to adjust for us, but don't do that. Adjust to the world and make life work for you. It's okay if things are not going your way. It is not the end, guys. You can handle adversity. You can handle the challenges of life because you are smart and you are wise. I believe in you so much. You guys are innovative. But listen, what you absorb and what you reject, what you amplify shapes the life that you will live. Again, you are your own filter. So take this time and take these words I'm giving you into thought and walk with it and live with it. We honor your hard work, your perseverance, and your drive to grow and develop as you continue life's journey. So now I declare peace upon you. I declare prosperity, confidence, wisdom, success. May everything you touch turn to gold. That is my wish for you. You have been given the tools to be whoever you want to be, so do it and be it. We are proud of you. Congratulations to you. I will miss you dearly, and you will forever be a hawk. Once a hawk, always a hawk. Very good. Very good. I would now call to the stage Miss Emma Fagan.
Mr. Brad Wheeler is board chair as well as a post 7 representative on the Cobb County Board of Education. He has dedicated his professional career to public service, spending many years coaching, providing education in classrooms, supporting students and teachers through building leadership and administration, and now as an elected board member. We are honored to have Mr. Wheeler join us here today. Mr. Wheeler, please come forward to certify our graduates.
Thank you, Emma. I'd like to, greetings everyone. I look around the room, I'd like to thank everybody out there who's had a part in this success. You've done a wonderful job. Graduates, congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. You've made it. And now, as a duly elected member of the Cobb County Board of Education, I hereby certify that the graduating seniors of Hillgrove High School have met the high school graduation requirements of the State Board of Education and the Cobb County School District, and are thus entitled to all the rights and privileges for completing these requirements. Mrs. Stewart, you may begin the presentation of diplomas. Thank you.
Connor Michael White, with honor. Brennan Michael Finch, with honor. Kathleen Juliet Barron, with honor. Sonia Ali Chaudhry, with honor. Zahir Augustus Centeo, with honor. Lacey Elizabeth Jacobs, with honor. Cohen Lemuel Bice, with honor. Raima Manawar Hussein, with honor. Joseph Taylor Brooks, with honor. Vivian Hugh Key Wong, with honor. Ava Christine Asensio, with honor. Kiki Chen, with honor. Emma Nicole Fagan, with honor. Camille Ray Jordan, with honor. Quinichuku Panel Onweme, with honor. Zion Amir Gooden, with honor. Joshua Alexander Hastings, with honor. Ushuaia Christina Elena Manuel, with honor. Margaret Virginia Mayu. Kivante Cantrell Moore, with honor. Amira Rakiba Anisa Abdullah, with honor. Savannah Lanai Acosta. Kamari Michael Adrian, with honor. Jason Anthony Errol. Alana Bianchini Aries. Gabriel Opanipo Ajayi. Natalia Alisa Alfonso. Wyatt Samuel Amburn. Jalea Angel Anderson. Kaylin Alexandria Anderson. Noah Preston Carter Anderson. Zion James Anderson. Andrea Sophia Angel. Karen Nkansa Apia, with honor. Saeed Arias. Julian Gerard Armand, with honor. Isaac Matthew Arnold. Gavin Arian Askew, with honor. Kanan Esther Avery, with honor. Miguel Angel Ayala Alberto. Jackson Oliver Badgley. Brady McKay Ballinger with honor. Addison Grace Ballou with honor. Cameron Jewel Balton. Nicholas Chase Banks with honor. Ayumikun Shamsuddin Banu with honor. Ileana Grace Barber with honor. Andrea Guadalupe Barrera. Tanea Diogene Baxter with honor. Avis Gray Bazemore with honor. Macy Elizabeth Bessenule with honor. Justin Thomas Becker with honor. Isaiah Jontez Benjamin. Andrew Arthur Bennett with honor. Alex Codrington Barris II. Arthur Bisco Novo with honor. Madison Marie Bishop with honor. Ohenba Nyarko Kojo Botang. Kara Lynn Boggs. Kason Bryant Boggs. John Brody Pitt Bond with honor. Carter Thomas Bone with honor. Kason Dean Bone with honor. Hayden Page Bontempi with honor. Jacob Alexander Kofi Boone with honor. Nyla Monique Boswell with honor. Tamia Jasmine Bouvet. Scarlett Elizabeth Bowen. Evelyn Kathleen Bauer with honor. Maya Lachey Bowman. Raymond Andre Brendan Boyd. Nadia Ann Bradley with honor. Slade Kenneth Brazil with honor. Savannah Rain Bridges. Shane Elijah Brinson with honor. Braxton Eileen Brooks with honor. Keaton Parker Brooks with honor. Scarlett Catherine Brooks with honor. Brianna Alexis Brown with honor. Ebony Nicole Brown with honor. Marlo Ava Rose Brown with honor. Talia Leanne Brown with honor. Bryce Christian Browning. James Daniel Brumbaugh. Jake Austin Berserk. Gabrielle Ryan Burgess with honor. Nolan Tanner Burr with honor. Isabella Hannah Burt with honor. Aiden Butler Bush. Amelia Jane Bush with honor. Morgan Rose Bible. Juan Carlos Cabrera. Cameron Amari Patricia Cade with honor. Christopher Alexander Cade Jr. with honor. Miles McDaniel Callwood. Natalie Camacho with honor. Julia Ann Campbell with honor. Isabella Lucia Campos. Clarabelle Sophia Kennedy with honor. Mickey Cooper Cannon with honor. Austin Christopher Capers. Ensley Ava Carter with honor. John Patrick Carlton with honor. Aaron Marvin Carvajal with honor. Andrew William Cassidy. Alvino Castillo Jr., Joaquin Castro, Daniel Patrick Kavanaugh with honor, Zachary George Chaplin with honor, Caleb Ryan Chatham, Kaizi Chen, Zoe Amanda Chisholm with honor, Taha Masood Chauhan, Jack Isley Chupp with honor, Colin Scott Clark Ragland, Alexander Eldon Clement, Amir Isaiah Cloud, Ian Nathaniel Colley, Terence Shamond Collins, Chandler Shea Conaway with honor, Kelsey Isabel Constant, Ama Amelia Conte, Jacob Micah Cook, Colin Jacorian Cooperwood, Christian Nathaniel Copeland, Joshua Andrew Craig with honor, Connor Matthew Kramer with honor, Lauren Elizabeth Crawford with honor, Ian Luke Cressy with honor, William Davis Krim with honor, Tyler James Crumley with honor, Ayelen Verenice Cruz with honor, Miguel Angel Cruz, Dante Cuencas, Christina Love Cuesta with honor, Addison Elizabeth Cullum with honor, Natalie Yvonne Cumberlander Johnson, Oriana Lachey Cummings, Peyton Ronaldo Curley, Jackson Avery Curtis with honor, Gabrielle Giese da Silva with honor, Talia Michaela Dallas with honor, Alexander David Dalton with honor, Caitlin Emily Danis with honor, Gracie Carolyn Daniel with honor, Elena Sanaa Daniels, Sydney Nicole Daniels with honor, Melvin Connor James Dansby with honor, Mirab Zulfikar Dar with honor, Connor Riley Darby with honor, Ethan Snow Davis, Kenya Arveda Davis, Maxwell Garrett Davis with honor, William Edward Davis with honor, Terrell Thomas Dawkins, Tiago Emmanuel de Araujo Vieira with honor, Sarah Maxine Dearman, Robert Daniel Deaver, Kyla Rose Irene Delahuse with honor, Alejandro Diaz Jr., Eric Martin Diaz, Kaylee Diane Dill with honor, Eli Emmanuel Douglas, Megan Elizabeth Drum with honor, Giovanni Antoine Duncan, Jeremiah Charles Duncan, Garrett Kelly Dunlap, Raina Sophia Dupree, Tucker John Durkin with honor, William Bradley Dyer with honor, Ella Grace Simone Earwood with honor, Raluisa Tasie Ekpechi. Chukukelo Onyenyechi Ekwabalu, with honor. Emma Kaliana Elder. Aliyah Isabella El Hassan. Michael Howard Elliott, with honor. Brandon Jordan Ellison. Colton James Ellison, with honor. Elena Lauren Ellison, with honor. Claudia Maria Elvire Soriano, with honor. Carson Lynn Engelberger. William Michael Irwin, with honor. Brianna Bessie Evans. Adeza Michelle Azaba, with honor. William Kyle Fain, with honor. Malik Fay, with honor. Corey Rashad Feby, with Anthony Ferreira. Ryan Christopher Fields. Caleb Landon Fitzgerald, with honor. Lauren Mary Flanagan, with honor. Sydney Juliana Flemister Slade. Emerson Cale Floyd. Jaden Princeton Floyd. Yolanda is Amanda Floyd. Kellen Elizabeth Flynn, with honor. Oliver Michael Flynn, with honor. Grayson Nolan Fulmer. Colin Jace Ford, with honor. Nasir Trevon Faustin. Jacob Ronald Frazier. Audrey Samira Frazier, with honor. Kristen Lindsay Freeman, with honor. Natalie Mackenzie Friend, with honor. Miranda Fuentes. Christian Daniel Futch Spates, with honor. Olivia Kate Gabner, with honor. Connor Jacob Gabriel, with honor. Carolyn May Gastel, with honor. Isaac Alexander Gennaro, with honor. Anaya Nicole George, with honor. Cameron Angela Jezevich, with honor. Rosangel Aureus Gibson. Morgan Sinai Giles, with honor. Cohen Andre Glass, with honor. Mason Xanthia Golden, with honor. Julian Timothy Gomez, with honor. Leonel Adonai Gomez Solorzano. Peyton Elizabeth Gonnett, with honor. Brandon Anthony Gonzalez, with honor. Ricardo Gonzalez. Clifton Daniel Gooden, with honor. Madison Drusia Goody, with honor. Devon Radon Gordon. Yuritza Huerta Govea. Cassie Colette Graham. Ethan Maddox Graham. Ethan Riley Graham. Jalen Aleem Grant. DeAndre Maurice Gray. Summer Lynn Greenfield. Kirsten Brooke Grider, with honor. Reagan Araceli Gwendolyn, with honor. Catherine Bridget Guite, with honor. Sean Pierre Guzman, with honor. Isabel Serena Hall, with honor. Jamil Rashad Hamilton II, with honor. Madison Elizabeth Hanson, with honor. Elena Charlize Harden. Isla Kiyomi Harris, with honor. Amaya Elise Harris. Ariana Bethany Harris, with honor. Cameron Mackay Harris. Kira Nicole Harris, with honor. Amani Tawana Harris Anderson. Carnell Dupree Hart Jr., with honor. Tyler Reese Hatfield. Lauren Brooke Hawkins, with honor. Hannah Ashley Haymore, with honor. Naseem Kalani Hemmings. Ryan Keenan Henley. Eliana Hernandez, with honor. Alea Jocelyn Hicks. Bryson Demariez Hicks. Landon Richard Hill, with honor. Taylor Julia Hinton, with honor. Ethan Chase Hogue, with honor. Trenton Alexander Hodges, with honor. Ralston Alexander Hogan. Andrew Ross Holcomb, with honor. Isabella Ann Holland, with honor. Madison Simone Holloway, with honor. Cameron Isaiah Holmes, with honor. Ngayo Blake Holt, with honor. Jessica Ann Hoover, with honor. Alana Millie Horton, with honor. Evelyn Rose Horton. Natalie Grace Horvath, with honor. Kenneth Lamar Houston Jr. Kanan Jordan Humphreys. Caleb Chandler Hutchins, with honor. Cadence Deshawn Colin Gregory Jackals. Cadence Deshawn Jackson. Michaela Brianna Jackson, with honor. Suchir Madhav Jaka. Isabella Lydia Janevsky, with honor. Ali Hamed Jaradat. Catherine Rihanna Jenkins, with honor. Kennedy Brooke Jenkins, with honor. Lucas Edward Jensen. Eva Nicole Jimenez, with honor. Ryan Antonio Jimenez, with honor. Olivia Nevea Johns, with honor. Ashton Jeremiah Johnson, with honor. Bailey Renee Johnson, with honor. Morgan Olivia Grace Johnson. Trevor Anthony Johnson, with honor. Barkley Brielle Jones, with honor. Carson Jeffrey Jones. Kaylin Amari Jones. Devin Michael Jones. Isaiah Kyle Jones. Jana Rema Jones. Xavier Michael Jones. Alexis Suzanne Joseph, with honor. Channing Morgan Junius. Adam Lloyd Kalfas, with honor. Justin Seth Kaplan II. Jeremiah Kalen Keenan. Lamar Davenport Kengwa, with honor. Noor Ul Ain Rafakat Khan, with honor. Noel Elijah Kiefer, with honor. Caleb Thomas Kimbrough, with honor. Ethan Gregory Kimbrough, with honor. Xavier Rashad King. Kendall Ann Kinsella. Tyler Maxwell Kirk. Sarah Grace Klein, with honor. Alayla Annette Knowles. Armani Christopher Knox Walker. Caden Avery Keipke. Benjamin Grant Corson with honor. Braylon Justin Kinkerfoco with honor. Sebastian Francisco La Cruz with honor. Santiago Jose La Cruz Travieso. Isabel Rose LeMay. Zalfiro Alma Lara. Grace Cadence Leith with honor. Deontay Zion Lorenzo Lee. Emberlyn Arambidi Lee with honor. Madison Diane Lewis. Irene Lynn with honor. Cameron Grace Lockard. Cole Ethan Lodahl with honor. Ryan David Logan with honor. Bailey Faith Longwa. Bianca Alondra Lopez. Jace Emmanuel Lothar with honor. Alexis Chiumba Lagonza with honor. Ava Mae Maddox with honor. Jonathan Brandon Sean Jamal Maddox.
Vincenzo Franco Madeo with honor. Avery Amira Madyun. Jessica Lily Mathlin with honor. I can't hear myself. Vincenzo Franco Madeo with honor. Avery Amira Madyun. Jessica Lily Mathlin with honor. Robin Sydney Ruth Mahan with honor. Isabel Grace Malcolm with honor. Molly P. Malabranch with honor. Liam Xavier Manley with honor. Daniel Alexander Manula with honor. Nima Sinai Mapson with honor. Kelsey Grace March with honor. Nico Xavier Marie Rose. Caitlin Elizabeth Marks. Madison Olivia Martin with honor. Jimena Martinez. Michael David Martinez. Justin Antoine Massey. Ethan Alonzo Matthews with honor. Nicholas Allen Matthias. John Christian Matlock. Timothy Dwayne Malden Jr. Morgan Leanne Maynard with honor. Khalil Alexander McAdoo with honor. Cooper Grayson McLean. Isabel McCullum. Ryan Timothy McEwen. Carter Gronzel McDonald with honor. Carson Douglas McElhaney. Ashlyn Elizabeth McElwee with honor. Caitlin Elaine McElwee. Dylan Jackson McFerrian. Cedric Antoine McGarity Jr. with honor. Noah Patrick McGoy. William Deshaun McGee Jr. Donovan Cole McGee with honor. Bethany Danielle McNair. Hudson Leman Measle. Saul Ricamel May Madrano with honor. Sergio Enrique Melendez Ortiz. Nuno Ortiz Vieira de Melo with honor. Matthew Mendez Oliveira. Adjoa Echa Beatrice Mensa Wilmot with honor. Andrew Robert Meyer with honor. Quinn Gabriel Miglori. Fomo Barry Soga Mignuna with honor. Morgan Leslie Millen with honor. Paige Elizabeth Rose Mills with honor. Jaden Anthony Mitchell. Keontre Devon Mitchell. Michael Nicholas Mazel II. Michaela Makuchukwu Mohalu with honor. Genesis Jocelyn Montanez. Jimmy Montoya Laguna with honor. Christian Aaron Thomas Moore. Matthew Marcel Langston Moore with honor. Rebecca Flynn Moore. Diego Mora. Yuel Miguel Moreira. Alexa Moreno with honor. Zachary Daniel Reeves Morling. Aaron Jaden Morris. Elizabeth Ann Mosteler with honor. Evan Jawan Mott with honor. Alvaro Alexander Moyano with honor. Makani Agim Umsangi with honor. Liam Ballard Munji with honor. Cooper Lawrence Munns with honor. Alexander Daniel Nagari Mawara with honor. Matthew Stephen Najar with honor. Alejandro Vicente Navarra with honor. Omar Navarra Berrien. Emily Grace Neergarth with honor. Maddox Mintai Win with honor. Nathan Chanwin Win with honor. Nia Simone Nichols with honor. Alexis Elizabeth Nimmer. Jeffrey Kojo Niket with honor. Nima Wanjiku Joku with honor. Ella Grace Noreen with honor. Michaela Ann Jewel Nolan. Marissa Brianne Nuccio with honor. Nevea Nicole Oates. Lorena Isabel Ocasio Negron with honor. Jalea Sandra Sabrian O'Connor with honor. Landon Benjamin Ohini Warren with honor. Chiamaka Ogichi Oki with honor. Daniel Amaro Okonkwo with honor. Andrew Matthew Elvera. Aiden John Opaliki. Avery Faith O'Quinn with honor. Gabrielle Olia Ortega. Andrea Elizabeth Ortiz Barron. Ileana Renee Overdorf. Kyle Axel Pace. Natalie Pearl Paulino with honor. Olivia Yasmin Parker with honor. Daniel James Parker with honor. Rowan Chapman Parker. Oliver Michael Nathan Parks with honor. Larissa Daphne Pasig. Andrea Leanne Patterson. Mayush Alexander Palvekiewicz with honor. Cooper Michael Pedro with honor. Alina Victoria Panella. Nyla Vaughn Peoples with honor. Ciro Daniel Perez. Alden Peter Pareca with honor. Olivia Lourdes Peron. Jackson Taylor Peters. Tetley Shanael Pizion with honor. Ruby Francis Pfister with honor. Crystal Chow Pham with honor. Psalm Asare Philpotts. Coy Michael Phillips. Psalm Asare Philpotts. Gregory Christian Samuel Porter with honor. Gabrielle Elise Post with honor. Joshua Andre Potesta. Ethan Braxton Powell. Lucas Alexander Thomas Power. Minu Miriam Pramod with honor. Lucas Webb Prater with honor. Christina Nicole Pratt. Caitlin Michelle Prier. Aaron Page Price with honor. Taylor Marie Proctor. Logan James Pursehouse. Daniel Joseph Rafferty with honor. Avery Renee Range with honor. Omar Imad Ramahi. Maya Addison Ramirez with honor. Deanna Monique Ransom. Jonathan Frederick Rathke with honor. Peyton Elena Rawcliffe with honor. Lucas Gabriel Rebacini with honor. Caden Antonio Redding. Allison Mackenzie Reeves with honor. Alyssa Nicole Reed. Isaiah Frederick Remington with honor. Kyle Luther Renee with honor. Genesis Revilla with honor. Cristo Jesus Reyes. Jonathan David Reyes with honors. Estrella Reyes Gonzalez. Mia Kyla Rena. Jamie Elise Reynolds with honor. Taylor Maureen Rice with honor. Addison Elizabeth Richardson. Hunter Charles Ridgway. Zariah Alicia Riggins with honor. Jalen Odell Riley. Joshua Nasiah Robinson. Umisadai Donna Roblero with honor. Eduardo De Sosa Rodriguez. Nicole Alessandra Rodriguez Bendiarmonte with honor. Angela Maria Rodriguez Duenas with honor. Zaid Carlos Rogan with honor. Alyssa Ariel Romero. Darcy Anicia Rosemond with honor. James Gray Ross. Christopher Ruiz. Anna Maria Russell with honor. Danny Robert Rutledge. Scarlett Elizabeth Sailors with honor. Seth Aiden Stainville with honor. Amina Zainab Salam with honor. Natalia Clumsy Salazar Alonso with honor. Hannah Isabel Solanas. Zion Joy Sally with honor. Samuel Joseph Sanacori with honor. Chase Allen Sanders with honor. Gerald Leon Sanders III. Patricio Sandoval Galicia. Maria Jose Santana Corval with honor. Carval. Max Alexander Santana Salas. Callie Amelia Sass with honor. Joseph Michael Sheets Jr. with honor. Elijah Khalil Seifedin. Paul Alexander Severin. Jeremy Terrell Shaw. Allison Jessica Sherritt with honor. Natalie Rose Sigu with honor. John Patrick Sickley. Morgan Olivia Simpson. Harshan Singh with honor. Arthur Lee Scrime III. Thomas Milton Slayton with honor. Olivia Francis Smart with honor. Ava Elizabeth Smith. Brock Emmanuel Smith. Daniel Quinn Smith. Elijah Maximus Aurelius Smith with honor. Khalees Contria Diamond Smith with honor. Daniel Olowatoyan Souza with honor. Jacqueline Elizabeth Spears with honor. Carter Life Spivey with honor. Luke Marshall Sprinkle with honor. Idris Zaki Stampley. Jaden Williams Staples. Lily Reese Starbuck with honor. Riley Anderson Starling with honor. Jason Lewis Statham. Lauren L. Steve with honor. Dylan Jackson Stokes. Braylon Cheyenne Stiles. Miles Elliott Summerlin with honor. Serena Lynn Swallow. Teelan Grace Swanson with honor. Villa Flora Zabo with honor. Luca Alexander Tabor with honor. Ariel Kirsten Tadima. Abigail Ann Tarnowski. Lillian Grace Tepp with honor. Courtney Antez Terry Jr. Cabe Harrison Thomas. Layla Jordan Thomas with honor. Jordan Jeffrey Thomas Holness. Samuel Lucas Tomini. Adrian Enrique Torres. Javier Torres. Lynn Khan Tran with honor. Eden Johannes Sagai with honor. Joshua Noel Tupple with honor. Delaney Ryan Tyler with honor. Anemesit Bassi Udom. Samantha Ugaldi. Arika Chukwu Daniel Ayurhabor. Lily Ogazichi Umawaki. Omar Isaac Uribe with honor. Ava Corinne Valentine with honor. Rosalind Angelita Halita Valverde. Carson Wade Vic with honor. Michelle Vong with honor. Marcus Lee Wade. Talia Saviolet Walker. Bryson Thomas Walling. Caleb Jerome Walters. Noah Benjamin Ward. Emily Lorraine Warner. Sophia Emma Watson with honor. Bryson Farrell Watty. Andrew Cole Webb with honor. Haley Jewel Weldon with honor. John Patrick Wellstead. Addison Elise West with honor. Audrey Bryn Welpley with honor. Andrew Stephen White. Hannah Catherine Wilcox. Allie Juliana Wild with honor. Avery Christopher Wilson with honor. Drew Alexander Wilson with honor. Rory Danielle Wilson. Adiana Aaliyah Went. Gianni Ariane Witherspoon. Taylor Ajane Wright with honor. Vivian Louise Wright with honor. Bridie Patricia Wyatt with honor. Melissa Yao with honor. Brittany Danielle Young with honor. Chaylin Vincent Christopher Young. Jackie Josiah Outlaw Young. Lauren Imani Young. Riley Grace Young. Jonathan Anthony Yu with honor. Halima Adidumola Yusuf. And Derek Ezekiel Zapata Gutierrez.
Congratulations, congratulations, class of 2025. As we near the close of our ceremony, I invite our senior class communication chair, Ava Asensio, to the podium to lead the tassel ceremony.
Seniors, please rise. Before we turn our tassels, I would like to fulfill the tradition of a .5 photo. So let's do it. All right. Here, and wait for the video. All right. Now please join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2025!